Somewhere along the way, we stop seeing each other. Not completely, but enough to feel it. Enough to notice the hesitation, the distance, the quiet question behind our eyes. Are you one of us or not? Welcome to the Church of Bigfoot. I'm Reverend Jake, Archminister of the Unseen. Sasqwarriors, Mossy-Minded Misfits, I am so glad you're here. Let me say this clearly before we go any further. This is not political, not even a little. In fact, it's the opposite of that. Because the moment something becomes political, people stop listening. They pick sides, they build walls, they decide who belongs and who doesn't. And that's not what this is about. That's not what I'm about. This is about something older than politics, something deeper than religion, something human. Make America welcoming again. Not great, not better, not stronger, welcoming. Because a place can be powerful and still feel cold. A place can be successful and still feel divided. A place can have everything and still feel like you don't belong there. But when something is welcoming, you feel it immediately. You don't have to earn your way in. You don't have to prove your worth first. You don't have to shrink yourself to fit. You just arrive. And someone says, hey, you're good here. That's it. That's the shift. Somewhere along the way, we started asking the wrong first question. Instead of, how are you? It became, where are you from? What do you believe? Which side are you on? And those questions, they're not always about curiosity. Sometimes they're about sorting, categorizing, deciding. But here's the truth. You don't need to know everything about someone to treat them with dignity. You don't need to agree with someone to be kind to them. You don't need to understand someone completely to let them exist in peace. Out in the forest, there are no interviews, no entry requirements, no sign that says only certain types allowed. No, everything belongs here, and it's already here. And Bigfoot, he doesn't walk up to another living thing and demand an explanation. He doesn't need to know its origin story before he decides how to treat it. He moves through the world with awareness, not judgment. And that's something we've forgotten. Welcoming doesn't mean abandoning your beliefs. It doesn't mean you agree with everything. It doesn't mean there are no boundaries. It means this. You don't treat someone like they're less just because they're not you. It means you can hold your ground without hardening your heart. Because when we strip away the noise, the politics, the labels, the arguments, what's left? A person standing in front of you, living a life you don't fully see, carrying things you don't fully understand, trying in their own way to get through the day, just like you. And if we can meet there, not in agreement, not in opposition, but in shared humanity, something changes. The tension softens. The distance shrinks. The need to prove something fades. And what takes its place is something quieter, stronger, more lasting. Respect. You don't have to like everyone. You don't have to invite everyone into your home. You don't have to align your life with theirs. But you can make the world feel less hostile for the people moving through it. You can choose not to add weight to someone who's already carrying enough. You can choose to be the moment someone didn't expect, where instead of resistance, they found ease. And that doesn't require a movement. It doesn't require a campaign. It doesn't require a slogan. It requires a decision to look at someone and not immediately sort them, to hear someone and not immediately judge them, to exist around someone without needing to define them. That's what welcoming looks like. And enough people do that quietly, consistently, without needing recognition. You don't just change a moment, you change the environment. You create a place where people can breathe again. Because right now, a lot of people feel like they're holding their breath. They're waiting to see if they're accepted or rejected. And imagine what happens if instead of that, they feel seen, not fully understood, not fully known, but not pushed away either, just allowed. That's powerful. So no, this isn't about politics. This isn't about religion. This isn't about ideology. This is about remembering something simple that we've complicated. We're all here at the same time, on the same ground, and we can make that experience harder for each other or easier. That choice is still ours. So maybe it's not about making everything great. Maybe it's about making it human again. Make America welcoming again. Make America love again. Not performatively, quietly, personally, consistently, one interaction at a time. Sasqwarriors, this is the work. Let go of the noise. Let go of the dividing and formulated anger or ideas. See the person in front of you. Sasqwarriors, Mossy-Minded Misfits, step into the quiet, return stronger. The forest is always open. I love you all. Stay big blessed.